Boom Bap, what's good? It's your boy Rocky 718.
What's up?
Speaking of disaster right now, another person that we're looking forward to battling him coming up. Tell him who you are, my friend.
It's the kid Cortez, Brooklyn, Murder Ave gang. And I'm so excited to be in Canada right now.
Cortez, first time in Canada. What are your thoughts so far up here?
It's a beautiful city. I mean, I'm getting a lot of love out here. The people are showing a lot of love. And I'm just here to put on a show.
Now, you haven't battled in quite some time. Give these guys a heads up. Who was the last person you just battled?
I haven't battled in over a year. The last person I battled was Thesaurus.
Now, that's been quite some time. Now, why is it that you haven't been battling since then?
I was really just working on my music. It wasn't like a particular layoff. There was battles that were set up but didn't go through, like Disaster, like Young Ill, like T-Rex, so forth and so forth. So, you know, King of the Dot, we already had an agreement with Hollahan. You know, he had to do his own personal reasons, but he's out now, and I'm a man of my word, so I came out here and to put on a show and, you know, make a classic.
Now, you guys were supposed to battle last year in Vengeance. Now, what do you think of Hollahan? Like, how do you prepare for a guy like him, and what do you think he's actually going to come with you at?
To be honest with you, I don't really see the angles that he's coming at me with. I just had to do me, and I just want to know that, like, this battle is more like a reality check. You know what I mean? And I think you can't never beat real. You can't never beat real rap at the end of the day.
Right. Now, just to kind of give guys a heads up, like, you've been doing this shit for a minute. You were in Fight Club. You've been doing URL. You were in Grind Time. Now you're here in King of the Dot. Give these guys a heads up, like, where you came from. Like, what kind of got you into battling?
I came from the bottom, man. Like, from the block battling. And, you know, it just improved. I did a showcase in New York City a while back. And people from Fight Club was at the showcase.
Yeah.
They bring me to
Vlad
Fight
the
Club.
Butcher joint?
Huh?
Was that the Vlad the Butcher joint?
That was before that, actually. My rep got me to Vlad the Butcher joint with Jay Focus. My rep in Grind Time got that.
As you were talking about, what were some of the battles that kind of got you into the scene? Like, give people a little background. Like, what can people look up to see? Like, what got Cortez where he is today?
I mean, there's certain battles that, like, kind of got me to today, but, like, the main ones I would think of Soul Con, Conceited, Head Ice, Real Deal, Hitman Holla for sure, Marv 1, Thesaurus. Like when you look at a Cortez resume, it's probably the most diverse.
Yeah. Keep going.
Of top tier competition.
Right. Now,
in the last 2 years.
Maybe arguably the greatest robbery in the history of battling may have been that Head Ice battle. And what are your thoughts on it, looking back at it from now until then?
I honestly look at it like it worked in my favor because it brought everybody's attention towards me after that and made people look and be like, whoa, wait a minute, how did this guy lose? It drew more attention to it. So it kind of worked regardless. It worked in my favor.
Who would you say has been your toughest opponent of all time?
I would say Hitman Holla.
That is a classic battle. For those of you who have not seen that battle, please look up some of these battles that he's actually mentioning.
Yeah.
It's important to just at least recognize the history of what got these guys where they are today. Now, give these guys a heads up. We got a new year now, 2012, January. Like, what can we look forward to with Cortez in the battles and in the music scene?
Right now, I got the XXL mixtape out. I'm releasing an album. I got a few joints on the radio locally in New York right now. It's called XXL. I'm in a class all by myself, hosted by DJ Messiah.
Look for it.
On Dat Piff. Just Google Cortez, support the music, support the video, support the movement. I got a team around me, and we're trying to do what we got to do.
You know, in hip-hop, battling very much mimics what goes on in hip-hop. There's a lot of big roots that the Latin folks have had in basically bringing knowledge and culture into hip-hop. Can you give us a little bit of feedback? Like, how come there aren't more Latins in hip-hop? You see it in hip-hop. You see the Big Puns, the Fat Joes, the Cypress Hills. How come there are not as many Latins in the battling culture?
Honestly, I think what it is that dudes aren't trying to create their own lane. You know, we get stereotyped, we get put in a box. Oh, he rhymes like Big Pun. Oh, he rhymes like Pitbull. You know what I mean? Like, we get kind of stuck in a box and nobody really is willing to try to break the stereotype. What's going on, baby? You know what I mean? So, you know, it's about just being original and being true to you. And that's what I do. And I think after a while, I'm working so hard, just musically in general, that finally the respect is coming in.
And once again, where can people find out where you are? Give them your Twitter, your Facebook.
Hit
How
me
can they reach out to you?
Cortez at Cortez_HSP. Hit the Facebook Cortez space HSP. Instagram Cortez_HSP. Google me. Fuck with me. I fuck with y'all, man. I do this for y'all.
One, that's it. Cortez versus How Handler.
Murder Ass Gang. You know what it is. Toma.